Yeah, we're heading into a new week, and we have a lot of topics to get to. The first one being, have you guys seen the fact that Colin Kaepernick is going to be on the cover of GQ magazine? It's December issue. Hasn't fully been released yet, but we've seen the cover and the fact that someone. Can you explain what exactly he is being awarded?
Yes, so he is the Citizen of the Year. And they say that while he's maintained his silent protest, he's collaborated with GQ on a special project, a wide-ranging series of interviews with 10 of his closest confidants and supporters, including a bunch of different people from rappers to artists to a lot of other people. And they are talking about his actions. And they say that he is providing insight into his world right now and explaining why there's more work to be done. So they think that he is the Citizen of the Year for kneeling during the national anthem, bringing a lot of that attention to not only, you know, the NFL, but also to the world with his actions. He is still without a job, we should remind you, but I think that clearly his actions have led to a lot of conversations in this country.
Right.
I'm glad he stands for something, though. That's really important because he actually stands for something. Yes, he doesn't have a job, and that's unfortunate, but he's part of this bigger movement, and I can see why GQ made him Citizen of the Year. It's interesting that it's Citizen of the Year, not Man of the Year. I wonder why the big switch, but because it's maybe an American movement.
The citizen part of it,
or something like that. That's probably why. I don't know what the issue says, but that's pretty cool.
No, good for him. I think it's an awesome photo. Just looking at but people are going to disagree with this because if you don't agree with him taking a knee during the national anthem, you're going to say citizen. No, he's been anything but a citizen. So these are obviously just our opinions and coming out and seeing this for the first time. A symbol of activism and resistance. Yes, sorry if my mic keeps hitting that. But I wanted to go in more detail about what it is that he's representing through the photos. So yes, he's speaking of activism, protest, equality, to offer some rare insights into Colin Kaepernick, which is going to be interesting about this because he's been pretty silent. While his protest has been silent, he has been really silent in giving interviews or anything, like explaining what it is, and has his protest taken a different turn. He hasn't really commented on that. But so they're taking moments in this to do an in-depth interview with him, which is great.
And he has given money to different organizations. You know, he's done, if you look at his Twitter feed, I was looking at it last week, and he is sharing a lot of pictures of other fans and other people who are in agreement with him and his, you know, state of mind and also his opinion and also the things that he feels like this country needs to work on. And he's really showcasing it's not just me, it's all these other people, and he's retweeting other people who have also been a part of the movement that he kind of started. You know, we know that race relations have been ongoing in this issue for a long time, but I think Colin Kaepernick really shined a light on it. A lot of people will find this, a lot of people will find this controversial because there are also many people who found what he did, you know, inappropriate, shouldn't have done it in the workplace. It wasn't the right place, right time. But for him, that was exactly why he did it.
Right. And it's saying here that GQ is saying that he helped us assemble a 10-person team of his closest confidants, so people who are backing him in this movement, including rapper J. Cole, director Ava DuVernay, activist Harry Belafonte. So it goes on to say that there are 10 people that come together and really help shine light on what he stands for. And there are other people who are being represented in this GQ issue. There's Citizen of the Year, there's Person of the Year, there's Wonder Woman of the Year, we know is Gal Gadot.
So our question to you all today is, do you consider Colin Kaepernick to be Citizen of the Year in your eyes? Do you think that GQ hit the mark, hit the nail on the head on this one, or missed the mark? I'm interested to see. I think that there are so many different opinions about him, and I think the longer the movement has gone on and the more other athletes have joined in on these silent protests and these kneeling moments where they are trying to, you know, bring awareness to what they believe is not fair treatment of all Americans in this country. It's definitely something that's been talked about in the NFL more. Are these NFL coaches going to put stricter standards on their athletes? The president has come forward to talk about it. So when you see it juxtaposition like that next to, you know, now GQ saying, no, what he has done is exactly what we would consider an exemplary citizen. Now we think that he should be considered Citizen of the Year. It's interesting because there's been so much hostility in each direction this year.
So I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this GQ thing, though. Okay, so it's not only Citizen of the Year. Stephen Colbert is going to be Bad Hombre of the Year for this issue. Wonder Woman will be
no more Bad Hombres.
Gal Gadot will be Wonder Woman of the Year, and Kevin Durant will be the Champion of the Year. So they're taking all these different aspects, molding it into one different thing. But it's nice that each person gets to stand for something in this issue, which is really cool. You said people are weighing in on
on our Facebook
page.
watching us on Facebook Live. So thank you. Let's see. Well, you asked Dina, will you buy, or what did you say? Do you feel as though he's Citizen of the Year? So Alan says no. L. Loy says J.J. Watts. That's who should have been GQ Citizen of the Year. Esther Krause, disregard for military and his kneeling to our national anthem. It's sickening. Shaniqua Wafer says yes. Thank you for chiming in. Chastity Rio says I will buy 100 copies of the issue. Jose Moreno, so many people in the state of California don't have jobs. He has enough money to last him a lifetime. I mean, I get that, but he's standing for something. Right. It's not about the money, it's about the activism. So I think good for him and his cause. I know that's for sure. You know, whichever way you stand in on this protest, for him, I mean, look, he made it to the top, at least for GQ. He's Citizen of the Year, which I think by staying quiet, he's accomplished a lot, and I think that says a lot. You know, if we want something done in this country, whether you believe in it or not, if you personally want something done in this country, you got to shake things up, and you do it with violence, you're going to get backlash. You do it silently, it seems to be you're going to get backlash. So do it the best way you know how. I respect Kaepernick for how he's done it silently and not infusing any sort of violence in that way. That's what I agree.
And you know, I think that whichever side of the aisle you stand on, whether or not you agree or disagree with what Colin Kaepernick has done and has said, there is an understanding, I think, among the people who agree with him that this conversation didn't just pop up because Colin started it, but that this has been an ongoing conversation for many years. And so he is not trying to bring something new to the table. He's saying this is how we've been treated in this country for years. That's his perspective. And so I think that there are going to be a lot of people who find this like, oh, you know, we think that you're just bringing this up and this is something that, you know, we don't have to talk about right now in this country. It's not the way that it used to be. But for many people who feel like this has been their reality for forever and their parents' realities forever, you know, Colin Kaepernick was adopted and he has an all-white family. And so I think that it's very interesting because he does have the perspective growing up with his adopted family and then also being a part of a culture that is, you know, going through a period, a generational, you know, century or more of what they feel is being disrespectfully treated. And so however you stand on it, I think respecting other people and them having their opinions is something, especially on this World Kindness Day, listening and having the conversation, I think is still, it has opened new doors. It has.
And to always remember what Kaepernick was protesting, right? In his eyes, and in a lot of people's eyes, and a lot of the stories that have unfolded in American history, right? Social injustice, police brutality in the African American community. That's why he decided to use the freedom that the American flag symbolizes and the national anthem symbolizes. He decided to use that symbol to say, hey, wake up, I'm going to take a knee because I don't feel as though I have the freedom in this country like everyone else. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm the daughter of a soldier and someone who served 21 years in the United States Army. And I have this conversation with my father all the time. And for him, that's what he did. He fought for people's right to have their own personal freedom to silently protest or to stand for the flag and stand at attention every single time. You use that symbol how you want to use it, but other people will say different things about it. So I understand. I'm someone who will always, you know, stand and put my right hand over my heart and stand at attention, but I haven't been subjected to this kind of, you know, what the African American community has felt for so many years. And maybe my brothers and sisters in the Latino community absolutely have. So I understand that what they're doing, and that's as far as I'll go.
We have some people weighing in. Carr, Barngrover, Diane. I stand for our flag and kneel for our cross. Jill says he disrespected our country, then he's rewarded for it. I totally disagree. So we're getting different sides of the spectrum. Like some people completely agree and they think that he's doing a really great thing. And it's sometimes when it's silent, it speaks more words than anything else. But other people are really not happy about it. It's like, you're fighting, people have died for your freedom, but yet you can't even stand for
the flag.
And it's like one of those things that goes back and forth, and we have a lot of people watching and weighing in, so it's really, really helpful. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, well, we definitely will continue to look at your comments. Thank you for weighing in. We're trying to get to 2 other comments before the end of the 30 minutes, or topics rather, but we'll go back and look at your comments throughout the morning.